Greetings everyone, this is SP and welcome to our 6th tutorial about making single-player maps in Call of Duty 4. In this tutorial we will talk about vehicles and how to make vehicles in our map. First things first, this is our map from the previous tutorials, and we're gonna go over here and we will spawn a vehicle over here and make it move all the way down here. Now let's first move our player spawn over here, so we spawn closer to the area of testing. Okay, so to add a vehicle in our map we'll have to right click on the 2D grid over here, then go to script vehicle. Now we have our X model list over here, and for the sake of our tutorial I will use this vehicle. This one, BM21 mobile bed, right here. Now this is our scripted vehicle. Make sure that your vehicle does not have a static word in its model name, because this is not gonna work properly. Now in order to make our vehicle to spawn, let's put it over here, we will have to create a trigger, just like we did with our AI spawners. Now we will make a trigger multiple over here, and when our player passes through this trigger, this vehicle will spawn. In order to make that happen, we will select the trigger and the vehicle and then press Shift and V. Over here you have the vehicle window, which has many good and useful tools for our vehicles. You can press the question mark to see what each thing does. And now in this case we will spawn the vehicle by having both of them selected. So this will simply spawn the vehicle, but it will not move, it will stay where it is. In order to make our vehicle to move, we will have to set down a path of vehicle nodes, which will indicate where our vehicle will go. Now in order to add vehicle nodes, we will right click on the 2D grid and go to Info and Vehicle Node. This is a vehicle node, which is special for vehicles, for moving vehicles. And now the first step on vehicle nodes is to select the first node of the vehicle, press the N key and check Start Node. Then we will have to connect the vehicle to the first node, and then we will start placing other nodes, but make sure that the rest of the nodes do not have Start Node checkbox checked. Uncheck this on all the other nodes of the path, with the exception of the first one. The first one must always have Start Node checked. Now let's put Start Node back here and then connect the first node to the next one, and then the second to the third, and all the way to the last one. So our vehicle will stop around here, somewhere around here. Now to order our vehicle to move to the nodes, we will have to select both the trigger and the vehicle, press Shift and V again, and then as you see here we will have to click this button. Now once our vehicle will be spawned, it will follow this path over here. Now we need to set up the speed of the nodes over here. Let's just select all the related nodes, not the vehicle, just the node please. Yes. Then again Shift and V, and you see we have some speed and look ahead values over here. We will apply both of them, and then you will see the path of the vehicle displayed on the editor. Now our vehicle is ready to move, to be spawned and moved in the map. Now before we compile and test the vehicle, we will have to put one last key and value to our vehicle entity over here. The key will be vehicle type and the value will be BM21 troops. Now depending on which vehicle you have over here, you must put the appropriate vehicle type value over here. Valid vehicle type values can be found in this directory, in raw vehicles, right here. So depending on which vehicle type you have, you can put the appropriate name from this directory. You can check them up over here. Alright, so let's go and compile the map. Alright, compile BSP is done, and now before we build fast file we will need to add one thing over here in our map script. Now, right before maps load main, we'll have to put this line over here. Let me just make it look right. Alright. So, this line allows us to use the vehicle we added in our map. Again, depending on which vehicle you used, you will have to put the right file, script file over here, and the appropriate model name over here. The model name is the same model name you used for your vehicle in your map, which can be found over here, which, as you see, is exactly the same as right here. Anyway, so with this done, we can compile our fast file, but since we added some new stuff like vehicles and assets, we will need to add some things in our zone file. Now, since I run the game as developer, once I pass through this trigger, we will see some buggy things going on. We can fix that simply by looking onto our zone file assets, and we can see all those missing assets appearing over here as explained in previous tutorials. I'll move all of the assets over here, save the zone file, and then rebuild fast file, and let's see if they work. They work just fine. As promised, we have our vehicle spawned and moved to the last node, and it worked just fine. Now let's go and add some troops in our vehicle. Alright, so in order to add some troops on the vehicle, we will have to create new spawners over here. We will have to check the spawner checkbox again, make sure they're not touching ground as explained in the previous tutorial. And in this case, this specific vehicle, can hold up to 10 AI. So I will clone this guy, and I will make 10 of those. Yeah, 2, one more. Alright, now all of those AIs will ride this vehicle, and they will be unloaded when the vehicle reaches the final node, automatically. Now I will select all of them, then I will select the vehicle, press Shift V, not this thing, this could cause many errors anyway, and then we'll have to click this button, as explained over here, and this should do all of it. Let's go recompile our map. Alright, now we will recompile fast file, and then let's do a test run. Alright, let's see if they work. Pretty nice. And they unload as promised. Yep, that time. Alright, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope this tutorial was a nice introduction for you in the vehicle world of Call of Duty 4. Have fun modding and mapping, and see you next time.